Everyone needs a go-to chicken noodle soup recipe, and this one is ours. We shared this recipe years ago, and so many of you have loved it. You've also sent us lots of questions when you've made it. So in this video, we're going to answer all of them.
So many of our readers have made this soup for loved ones who are feeling under the weather. Reading through the comments absolutely warms our hearts.
We love this easy chicken noodle soup. From start to finish, you're looking at about 40 minutes. Stick around to the end of the video to see 2 more chicken recipes we know you will love. Let's get the veggies prepped first. I love keeping the soup hearty, so we'll need an onion, carrots, and celery. I like to chop them small-ish so that you can see everything that's in the soup. Think about how the veggies will fit on the spoon with your noodles and chicken. I especially love seeing the larger pieces of carrots. Something about it, it's just extra homey and comforting. I've got peeled carrots here, but to be honest, I skip peeling most of the time. As long as you've scrubbed them clean, there's really no need to peel them.
How about other veggies? What else can we add?
Really anything you love. Fennel, leeks, green beans, cabbage, zucchini, those are off the top of my head. I know one of our readers added kale, ginger, and lemon to this, and I'm so excited to try it myself. Someone else added tomatoes, which I also thought was such a great idea.
That does sound good.
So I'm heavy-handed with the garlic. I've got 4 cloves here, and I'm giving them a good mince. If you're sensitive to garlic, you can pull back a bit, but even though we do use 4 cloves, the soup isn't super garlicky. Okay, let's move over to the stove. I'm going to use my Dutch oven here, but any large soup pot will do the trick.
How big is this one?
This is a 7.5 quart Dutch oven, so it's pretty big. This makes around 6 servings of soup, so it works nicely. So we're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter or chicken fat over medium heat and then throw in the onions, carrots, and celery. We're going to let this cook down and soften a bit before adding the garlic, 2 bay leaves, and a small bunch of fresh thyme. If you don't have fresh thyme, no worries. You can use a half teaspoon of dried. We want to cook the garlic for about a minute and then pour in some broth. Use homemade or store-bought broth for this soup. When shopping for broth, we go for low sodium. We also look for a store-bought broth that's darker in color since that usually means more flavor, and a good bet is actually boxed bone broth. Okay, it's time for our chicken. I'm using chicken thighs, but you can absolutely use chicken breast in this soup. By gently poaching the chicken in the simmering broth, we flavor the soup and are left with juicy, tender-cooked chicken. The chicken will need about 20 minutes to cook. Then you can remove them. After they've cooled a bit, use 2 forks to pull them into large shreds. Now, if you already have leftover chicken or a store-bought rotisserie chicken, skip the simmering step and go straight to shredding it. You can see how juicy and tender the chicken is after poaching them. Since we only had them in there for 20 minutes, we didn't risk overcooking them. We'll add the chicken back to the soup after our noodles are cooked. We're using egg noodles, but use whatever pasta you like. Just check the packaging for the suggested cook time and you're good to go.
Does the soup need to be boiling?
No, not really. Keep the soup at a gentle simmer and you should be just fine. You can always test the pasta before serving to make sure it's cooked through. When the noodles are cooked, remove the bay leaves and thyme and then slide in the chicken. For a classic soup, toss in some fresh chopped parsley or change it up a bit with fresh lemon slices. A bit of fish sauce sounds weird, but trust me, it really makes the soup pop. Or add some spice with chili sauce or your favorite hot sauce. Now before you go, I want to show you 2 more chicken recipes that I think you will love. The first is a creamy version of this exact chicken noodle soup recipe. The second is chicken and dumplings, which is a brand new recipe for us, but we are loving it. Our creamy chicken noodle is made almost exactly the same as the original. We just thicken it a bit with flour in the beginning and add a splash of cream towards the end. It's just as delicious as the original, but even more cozier. Speaking of cozy, we also have these homemade chicken and dumplings. We make everything from scratch, and thanks to some tips from our friend, the dumplings are so light and fluffy.
Both recipes are linked below. See you next time.